so you should be able to hear me now. I think I figured it out. For some reason I bought this like little speaker because I got tired of always having to have headphones on whenever I'm doing anything. Like when I'm just playing on my own, I don't want to have to put on my headphones every time. I just want to be able to like have a speaker. But for some reason, when that speaker is plugged in, it messes with OBS. And it like, yeah, it's such a thing. So hello. I gotta figure it out though. You have ramen? Jealous. That sounds very good. But ramen always, it's literally one of those things where like ramen never doesn't sound good to me. So I'm always jealous. How spicy is spicy? Chris gets this ramen. I don't remember what brand it is, but Chris gets this ramen that is so ridiculous. I can't eat it. Like I feel like I've got a reasonably high tolerance for spice, or at least I think I've developed a relatively high tolerance for spice, but like, it's so spicy. I can't. It's like spicy seafood flavor and it scorches my face off. I can't do it. You're hungover. How was the speakeasy? The pictures made it look very, very cool, so I imagine it was a good time. Because it looked dope. I liked one of the pictures that you sent had an alien. I think that's from Mars. Is it called Mars Attacks? I think that's the name of that movie. Yeah, Mars Attacks. I had to look it up to make sure. What a weird movie, by the way, if you've never seen it. You don't put in the entire spice packet. Yeah. I don't think his comes with a separate spice packet. But nice. I'm glad it was a good time. It looked really cool. Oh. Did you have a CBD drink? And if so, how was it? Oh, my monitor is so dusty, I just realized. Oh no. I need to clean it. Fair. I've been like, people have recommended trying CBD oil before because I have such a problem with sleep and I've not done it yet, but I really feel like I should. It would probably be helpful, honestly. And I've tried most other things, so I should try CBD oil as well. Because I can tell you for sure that melatonin does absolutely nothing for me. Completely nothing. Makes you sleepy sometimes. You should try it. Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, so I like having a drink. I don't really like getting drunk that much. Like, I in college, of course, like a couple of times got pretty drunk. But certainly now, like in my 30s, I don't want to get drunk, because then it's just going to end very badly. It's going to end very, very badly. Oh, see, I disagree. I like wine. I get it. Like, it's definitely wine and beer both, I think, are like really acquired tastes. Interestingly, I think it's easier to get into like harder liquors first, because I feel like I started with like having mixed drinks with vodka, mostly because vodka is cheap. It doesn't really taste like much of anything. Yeah. So it's weirdly, plus you can mix vodka with like all kinds of just like sugary sweet things and barely even taste the fact that there's alcohol in it, so it feels like an easier place to start, where like wine, especially if it's like a pretty heavy dry wine, is like, that's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. I really like bitter. Like, I don't put any sugar or anything in tea. No sugar in tea. I don't put sweeteners in coffee usually. I do have a splash of like oat milk typically in my coffee just to like cut the acid a little bit. But I like bitter, so bitter beers and bitter wine and that sort of thing are totally fine with me. I'm down for them. Oh, mead. Yeah. If you want to try drinking something, try drinking mead. Especially if you like honey, it's just syrup. Rum is good too. I really like it. We went to visit friends a while back in the DC area, and they took us to this restaurant where you could do a dealer's choice cocktail. So you could just like tell them some things that you kind of like, and they would go make you a drink that sort of fit the bill. And Chris like gave them some things that he likes because he's not a huge drinker. He gave them some like ideas of things that he likes, and they gave him a cocktail called Son of a Bee Sting that was amazing. And it was like, it wasn't mead. I think it was gin. It was like gin and ginger and honey and I can't remember what else, and it was amazing. It was so good. Oh, that's cool, Tanix. Have any of you been watching the Fallout series? Chris and I watched the first episode yesterday, and it was pretty good, and it's being reviewed really highly, so I'm really looking forward to getting further into it. Just brace yourself, because it was really good. The first episode was great. It was like significantly more violent than we expected it to be, so just know that going into it. I also can't really tell the difference between wines all that much. I can tell you if it's a red or a white, and I can tell you if I like it or not, but I can't really tell you much else about wine. I'm definitely not one of those people who like can take a drink of wine and be like, ah, yes, the undernotes of blackberry and vanilla, delicious. I'm like, yeah, this is wine and it's good, I like it. Oh, see, pizza, if if we're talking pizza, I can tell the difference between pizza. Although I got into like trouble with people not that long ago because we every Thursday where I work, they do donuts and coffee in the morning, and then we have like an all staff meeting. And we now, for that Thursday morning thing, they get boxes of Krispy Kreme and boxes of Dunkin' Donuts because people have such like specific requirements and people are so like either one side or the other about like Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'. And I was like, I literally don't think that if you put a Krispy Kreme donut and a Dunkin' donut in front of me that I would be able to tell a difference. Like I don't think I would be able to taste it because donuts are donuts and they're sugary and delicious and like, okay, you're a Krispy Kreme person. See, I don't get it. Like I like all donuts basically, so it doesn't really matter to me. You only eat Domino's. Dunkin' for coffee. See, I don't like Dunkin's coffee though. I don't like their coffee. All right. I suppose we should go ahead and start playing this game. Which I don't know if any of the three of you, since you're the only three that are here right now, actually. I don't know if any of the three of you voted for The Sims 4. What did you guys vote for? Because we can play something else since it's just us right now. Nice coffee from there, cheaper than Starbucks. Yeah, I don't go to Starbucks very often either. I tend to just make my own coffee most of the time. I do like Starbucks, but most of the time when I'm going there, it's around Christmas time because I want peppermint mochas. Ooh, and eggnog lattes. Yeah. See, I don't put sugar in my coffee all that often, but when they do like the seasonal flavors and like pumpkin spice, I'm super into it. I'm the most basic of white girls, so I will go get my pumpkin spice whenever it's that time. Took a sip of coffee and it didn't end well. Coffee was one of those things for me where, same as wine, it took me a while to like acquire the taste, and now I love coffee. Okay, you both voted Botany Manor. Okay. Yeah, Starbucks hot chocolate isn't great. Not great. We can play Botany Manor. We can do that. Let me just change the settings on here for now. And then we'll play The Sims in a little while, I think. But I'm down to play Botany Manor. Alright. This music is good. I'm really quite pleased with it. It takes me forever to find anything on Steam now. Oh, it wasn't playing it on Steam, that's why. But Chris and I did like a Steam family thing, so now I can see his entire library. And sometimes it takes me a really long time to find things because he's got way more games on there than I do. There you are, Botany Manor. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, we're jumping in, getting it started. Have any of you been playing Botany Manor? Okay. Ooh, Stardew. I've been thinking about coming back to Stardew at some point. Because I didn't, hold on. Here, look at my messy desktop. Unless you're just seeing a black screen, which is better. Because I hadn't turned, gosh. All right, the desktop audio might be really quiet, so let me know if you want me to turn it up a little bit. Tidier than yours. Okay, good. There's so much stuff on there, I need to get rid of it. So the computer that I use, was Chris's, and then he upgraded, and I kind of confiscated this one to be used as my PC. And I want to upgrade it one of these days, but there's still a bunch of stuff on the desktop that was like Chris's stuff that I haven't gotten rid of or anything yet. All right. Dear sister, I'm so glad to hear you've returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the 3 initials of my name to make it easy for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Oh. Well. Okay. This is awkward, Elizabeth, because I don't remember what your name is. I think the library was this way. I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, obviously we have to go into the manor, but I think it's like up the stairs over there. In your 5th decade. She sent another letter somewhere. Was it this one? No, it just says Elizabeth too. Oh, there's the family tree, right? Does the family tree list her full name? Elizabeth Ann Green. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Oh, there we go. Elizabeth Ann Green. And open. No? Is it her married name and not her maiden name? It must be. Okay, hold on. I am going to turn up the desktop audio so that you can actually hear it, hopefully. And I need to move this because it moved to the wrong place. Okay, sorry. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Okay, every time I come back in, I'm looking at the ceiling. Okay, so Elizabeth Ann Hopgood? EAH. EAH. Open. Hey. Hello, Fadlore. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Alright, what do we have in here? Thank you card. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I'm keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seem so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Oh. Okay, there's a door here. Oh, another floor up there. Botanical allies. The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch, holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So, the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big, strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay, some symbols on the wall there. Some little mushrooms. The wonders of the night sky. Poison Heart. Yeah, it reminds me, it's an escape room in some regards, and it's strange horticulture in other regards, but not creepy. Modern methods of teaching. Alright. Well, there was another way down here. I guess we might as well go up and see what's upstairs here. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I'm not a fish, but a prince, enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of a hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy, and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while, the ocean became darker, and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Okay. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall, Thursday, 4th of January, 1860. Supper at 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. E. Grimes, proprietor. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. T. Oh. Okay. Alright, well... Oh, are these some of Aesop's fables? Oh, it does say that at the top of the book, doesn't it? I guess it helps to read. Reading is fundamental. Anyways, the hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but then lay down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way toward the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Yeah, I mean, I know that one. The tortoise and the hare is pretty standard fare. The rising sun. So that probably is... Alright. That's all that's up here. Did any of those count as clues? Don't... Oh, here we go. Nightfall. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. Okay. And then Sapphire Gloom, Cradle Fern. Oh, there's so many. Okay, so those do count as clues. But I don't know what we need just yet. So let's go this way. Oh, can we go into the study? No, it's locked. And we can't go through here because we can't go through the door that's blocked by the tree. So then there's something in the library. Well, we had those symbols. Oh, do you think the symbols correspond with the fables? Oh yeah, because there's the tortoise and the crow. Wait. Wait. Wait, how did I... I don't know how I did that. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. I genuinely don't. What order did I even press them in? I think I did the hair first, and then what, the sun, no, the fish, and then the sun, and then the crow and the moon. Is that the order that I did them in? I genuinely have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know how to tell you what order they would have gone in. Were they chaptered? No. So I don't really know. I don't know how I did it, but hey, we're in a vault now. Whoopsies. Some seeds. Oh, I like that it's a little crescent moon. That puzzle seriously took me way too long. Not jealous. Oh no, Terry. So Terry, what was the answer? Like what did I do? How did I do that? Did them in chronological order? Okay. That's so funny. that's very funny. Time of day, early to late. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Sunset, June 25th. Blue, purple, orange, red. Oh gosh. Blue, yellow, orange, red on the 12th of September. 8th of August, blue, purple, red, orange. Oh, and then there's these ones over here too. And the ones over there. Okay, I didn't read this book, I don't think. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset, and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Task for this month: monitor nightfall seedlings, rose planting list, collect field samples, seed collection. Flower opens at sunset, and only during a particular time of year. When exactly? Okay. So we need to figure out when. Little botanical print. Pretty. Okay. So I guess I need to plant it. It's very cool stained glass. Okay, let's go plant this thing. Oh, we can get into the study now, too. Actually, let's do that. Let's go into the study. My dear friend, I've been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it's so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. Meadow Orchids of Britain, collected and researched by Professor J. Montague. Okay, what else is in here? Oh, what's this? Bird eggs. Different ones. Oh, more seeds. Sapphire Gloom. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Probably not. Okay. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Hypoxylon causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite. Root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. I can't read today. Eventually it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There's currently no known cure. And bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to the tree, and it is usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Is the purple ring one the one that the tree in the hall has? All those eggs. Okay, there's something here too. There's a couple things. Okay, mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately, not always the case. And this, Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One, I recall, was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before the summer ends, the professor won't notice. The other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Carnivorous shrooms. I saw a really cool Instagram reel from somebody who does a lot of like houseplants, who has a Venus flytrap. I didn't know that you have to like, they have to be given a winter dormancy, and so you have to be able to fake it if you keep them indoors as houseplants. So you have to like take them and wrap them and put them in the fridge and like let them go dormant through the winter and then replant them in the spring. Otherwise they won't live for very long, which is wild. And then of course you have to feed them. So, okay, so this has the purple rings. We learned about that in the room with the fungus. So I feel like we want to maybe use the fungus, the mushrooms to cure it. I don't know if that's gonna be true, but I don't know if we can just, do you think we can just put this here and it will just do its thing? Okay, it seems happy about that. Oh. Okay. Pretty. I didn't do the clues. I need to do the clues because it will make me sad if I don't. The sapphire gloom is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. So that was the tree diseases in the mushroom book. Beautiful. Okay, so we can get into that other room now. Should we, while we're down here, let's go ahead and plant the other one too. Potting soil, that's the nightfall, and water. Alright, we'll take this with us, because I have a feeling we're going to need it upstairs somewhere. So we might as well. And it's going to have something to do with that room that had all of the different sunsets. Okay, we're going to put this here, and I'm going to forget that I put it there. But it exists. You all can remind me. Okay. In here. Oh, fatal fern. With little bird eggs in it. Oh, there's a potting thing up here. Oh. Do we want to go through there yet, or do we want to see what's over here? I'm weird about, like, going upstairs. Feels like we should wait. I don't know why. Aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want it to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weeds? We are specialized in removing the following weeds: algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice duckweed. Make an appointment today. Okay. Weed removal. Somerset Society, that's so many S sounds in a row. Somerset Society for Wildlife Protection offers a petition to be presented to the Honorable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline of an even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear the beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return this letter to us. No expense attends signing your signature. Oh, well, I haven't sent it back yet, so I should probably do that. Okay, cradle fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. It's over here. A trapped fairy, a folk tale. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of time, and day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offense and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. Whoa. Whoa. My dear Nova, never forgotten. Oh. Typical Greek god vengeance, yeah, seriously. Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it is worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them and none given to Constance and I. Let us plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitats where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. Okay, what do we have here? Essence of arnica flower for sprains, strains, and joint pains. And tincture of red clover. Chamomile and red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. Oh, okay, I've got a piece of pipe. Oh, I've got a bunch of pieces of pipe. I can flush the toilet. Oh, okay. And there's a thing for a flower to go in there, so something needs a lot of water. I'm guessing it's the cradle fern that wants all the water. A hot bath at the turn of a tap. Provide a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instant hot water will appear. It can be used multiple times in a row without any extra cost. By Betson and Son. Okay. Oh, okay. I see the pipe puzzle. What is this? Wilson Plumbers. Toledo Arabella Green. 15th of May, 1890. Installation of disconnected pipes. Okay. Dear Arabella, here's our quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to the professionals. Have a nice day, Frederick. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, it's continuing this theme of, like, women being, like, ignored and unacknowledged. Because that's absolutely something that somebody would be like, leave it to the professionals, little lady. Hate it. Okay, do we want to do this now? Or can I bring all of these over with me so that I can see what I've got? Because I have no idea. Wait, why is it... Oh, so I think you maybe have to go there, honestly. Okay, that can go there. That can go there. And that there. And then what have I got left? Oh. So I really need... There's one. Okay. So that's done. So I assume we can fill the bath. Oh, but we're probably going to need a specific temperature water. Okay. Okay. So let's go see what's over here. Oh, we also had... Was there anything else down this hallway? What are you? The trapped fairy. Okay, that's the attic. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along a river in Somerset recently and noticed a sight that I just had to write you about. In the water, I saw the brook chalice blooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention of it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what would have caused this? Ever your friend, Edith. So I'm wondering, actually, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it is the cradle fern that needs the water. It's the nightfall that needs the water. I guess we should start putting in some clues. So the nightfall we have... Oh, but there was the, like, the weed removal thing. So we have the fairy painting and the story of the fairy for this. Oh, but this was, yeah. I don't know now. I don't know, because we've got the story of the fairy, and that happened at the edge of the water because the fairy was obsessed with her reflection. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration. I can't talk today. I just can't. Future was on the other page, and my brain still said it. Collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincerely, Professor Montague. Oh, okay. Attic key. Convenient that it's actually next to... Wait, is this the attic? I'm stuck. No. Okay. Well, let's back up then. Okay, Somerset River Trust. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer. So we have cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of all aquatic weeds. The River Cam, the River Chew, and the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to the service of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Company. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the River of Somerset are clean and weed-free. Okay. So most common weeds. Health and safety warning, 8th of August, 1890. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers, the same rivers that they cleaned. The river From was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We are still researching what led to that effect. Mayor of Somerset. Oh, so it must be a plant that was responsible. Oh, the attic would be up those stairs. Sorry, I just swung us around wildly, but that would make sense if it was up there. Oh, okay. So these have temperatures. So if we can figure out what river they grow in. Oh, it's pronounced like Froome. Interesting. I'm glad you're here, 10x, and you can you can clarify all of the Britishness of this game for me, because it's got a lot of Britishness going on. Like earlier, I could not remember for the life of me. I knew that it was pounds, shillings, and pence. Is that right? But I saw that the cost was like 14 S, and I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Dearest Arabella, I'm writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in my botanical studies. It turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. Your sincere friend, Marianne. Chillings was before your time. Oh, okay. What is it now? Because you still have pounds and pence, right? Oh dear. Okay. Bird calls. Shoveler duck, blue heron, shell duck, pintail, golden mallard, crested owl, silver magpie, red-bellied moorhen, teal, and tufted duck. Oh no, okay. Pounds and pence, all metric, not like dollars and cents. Okay. Makes sense. And I'm resisting the urge to do a joke because makes sense sounds like makes pence. You know. So, okay, what are we doing? What do we have? What else do we know about this one? I think this is the one that we need to do the bath. But it said it only blooms. It said okay. Okay, I'm just stuttering now. It said that the Nightfall is the one that only blooms in the evening, but only during certain times of the year. This one was at the edge of the water, and they showed it having eggs in it. And I'm guessing those eggs have something to do with the bird calls, because we have to figure out what eggs they are, because we saw that in the other room. But there was the... where's the fairy tale? Yeah. A fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of time, and the day turned into night. Nyx noticed the moon was shining brightly, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. And Nyx took offense and decided to punish the fairy. Placed her into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the night sky. Okay, so I think, yeah. I think that the nest one is the one that needs to go in the water. Nightfall, I don't know how we fake yet. Trapped fairy is like the legend of Narcissus. Yeah. It's very close. Okay, so Cradle Fern has those eggs. So we have the fern painting, and we have the bird eggs. I think those are important. Oh, Grandma's research. That was part of this one, right? Grandma was researching the Nightfall. And then we've got the sunset paintings to help with that. What else do we have? The petition, the weed removal, the river trust, the government notice, the river poster, bird calls, and letter about melodies. Maybe this one doesn't need bird calls. Maybe that's... oh wait, there's the brook chalice. This is the one. This is the one. We need to go to... I think that's still right, but I think this is the one that's going to end up having the bath geyser. Okay. All right. Okay, here's the item. The flower-growing companion. Gardening curiosities, trapped moths. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year, so if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later. Oh. Okay. Moon spotting calendar. Oh. Oh, so this tells us what birds are. Sun imprinted. Oh no, those are moths. Okay. Okay. So those are going to be related to the Nightfall. We have the trapped moths, moth calendar, moth poster. Do we have the last one that we need for this one? Because it's not going to be the birds. It's not the bath geyser. Weed removal and the petition are not going to be related. Okay, I don't think we have our last clue for this one. But also the attic was where the seed packets were listed for. Oh, is this how we can make... I see. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out the sunset's colors based on those paintings downstairs and then put them in here. So that's our last piece of this puzzle. No, except it's not letting me fill it in here. Okay, so that's not the last clue, but... My dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbor's son, Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousins William and Thomas may well aspire to become accomplished scientists, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such folly to come before the important things in life. I'm confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Yours sincerely, Aunt Agnes. Have any of you watched The Gilded Age? Hey, I found a duck. The Botanist Digest. This month, in conversation with Professor Montague, leading expert in British meadow orchids. In his words, every plant, every leaf, and every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. My aim is simply to uncover some of those mysteries. Professor John Montague, renowned botanist, sheds light on his groundbreaking work in the world of meadow orchids and other botanical wonders. With decades of research and numerous publications to his name, Professor Montague's contributions to the field have been nothing short of revolutionary, including discoveries of new species such as the, whatever that is, Montague, or hood marsh orchid. Okay, and we've got seeds for brook chalice. Aunt Agnes can shot. Yeah, seriously. You haven't seen the Gilded Age? The Gilded Age is really good. I super highly recommend it. If you watched, which I never did, but if you watched, the British one, you know, Downton Abbey. It's the same creator who did Downton Abbey. A rusty pig. Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna need that for the water, right? Because it said something about brook chalice. So I think that this is gonna be the River Trust, the letter about weeds, the government notice, the weed removal and the petition. Okay, something's not right then. Reset clue. Okay, I don't know. Sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems which allow them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the color of light in some way. Horticulturalists and botanists have made use of this knowledge to trick difficult flowers into blooming at any time you like. Alright, so that's our last one for this one, I think. Yeah. So we have everything we need for this. So we need to figure it out now. Let's go plant it. Soil. Oh, I already planted it. I left it on that windowsill. See? I told you I would forget about it. Alright. I set it in here, yes? Thank you. Come with me. Let's go put you somewhere else. Which way are we going? Wait. Okay, well, let's set you down here actually first, because we need to puzzle this out. Where were those? They were out that way, right? The sunsets, but I don't remember. I don't think we figured out which time of year we need to do. Is that? Which way was that? That was through here, right? That was the vault. There it is. Okay. So we have to know when it blooms. What were our clues again? Fairy story and the painting. Everyone's research. Oh, and then the trapped moths. The moth calendar. So we need to use that. But how? Everyone's research. Was that a thing in here? Missions Fellow. John Lindy, botanist, spoke at the inaugural lecture. I don't know if we read this one. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of the science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. God. Lindy also challenged the Linnaean classification system and proposed many changes. The fairy in the painting. Oh, that's a good idea. And that painting is... Was that in the bedroom? I can't remember. Or was it down the hallway? No, because that's that. I think it is in the bedroom, right? Right? No? Was it in the bathroom? Where was that painting? No, not in here either. This is a very nice bedroom. Other end of the hall. Yeah, maybe that was it. Ah. Okay. So the like red with blue spots and then the sort of like giraffe stripey. Oh, it's right across from this. That's useful. Oh, the garden tiger moth. Okay, garden tiger moth. Somewhere on here. Garden, am I missing it? Garden, oh, garden tiger. September. Is that the only time we see that one? Yeah, September. Okay, nice. Good job, Tanix. That's very smart. Okay, so now we need to go look at the painting for September. And see what colors we need. Then we go back upstairs. May, July, October, April, August, September. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Oh, your brain power for the week. At least it was a noble cause. Okay, attic. The attic was not up there. The attic was down here. Thank you. Alright, so you go here. We need blue. We need yellow. We need orange. And we need red. Whoa. It's very pretty. Nice. Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Yikes. Okay, so we did that one. We've got this rusty pig. We're gonna take it with us because we're gonna need it for one of these. It could be... So we've got the cradle fern, and then we've got... Oh, I think the cradle fern is going to have to do with the bird calls, actually. But... I don't know which of those are going to be important for this. So is this one the melodies, bird calls, government notice? No, I don't know what this one... Wait, I'm trying to reset the clue, but it's not letting me. I don't think it has anything to do with the bath. There we go. It just was clicking horribly, I guess. Alright, so I think this is the one that has to go in the bath. But... Oops, wrong button. But I don't know what other... The bath. Petition... The weed removal. Because we tried putting these in, right? And it was wrong. So maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the weeds at all. But I do think it has to do with that. I don't know. Because I think that in order to get it to bloom, we're going to have to put the, like, the pig in the bathtub because the water needs to be rusty because we read that thing that was like... clearing out the rust contaminants, but they weren't sure why. Oh, because it was a specific river that didn't have rust contaminants, and they weren't sure why. So I'm guessing that that's the river that we need to plant this thing in. And that was through here, right? Okay, so it was this one. clean and weed free. Barton Ironworks has been illegally... Okay, so the government notice I think does go with that. River is completely clear of rust pollution. Which river is that? Froome. That was the river Froome. It feels wrong to say Froome. So government notice. Froome. 25 degrees Celsius. It does, doesn't it? Genuinely. Okay, so 25 degrees Celsius. Let's go see if, we got those things. I don't know what those are for right yet. So we could set this to 25 degrees Celsius. Let's go get that thing and let's put it in there, because I think we have everything, even if we don't have the last clue that we're supposed to have. So I want Brook Chalice. Let's go put it in, pour some water on it, and with the rust. Alright. But now I just don't know which the last two clues are. Whoa. Well, I guess I can't take baths in there anymore, because it's full of rust and flowers. Oh, well, it's no longer full of rust. It is really pretty. I actually genuinely wouldn't mind taking a bath in like a bath just full of beautiful flowers. The brook chalice prefers to grow in rivers with a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. The plant naturally filters the water from rust and metal. Unfortunately, they get removed often as most people prefer their ponds to be weed-free. Okay, so it is the weed removal and the letter about weeds. Wait, I thought we tried that combination and it was fine. Alright, so we have this one, bird calls, bird eggs, and the petition. Okay, so we have all the things we need for that too. And I think I know what we need to do. You hate baths. I also don't like baths, but mostly because I am too tall for baths to be like comfortable for me. So they don't work out for me very often. Okay, so we saw those bird eggs. Here it shows the cradle fern, and it shows those eggs with the little like teardrops. Was that over in the library that we, or the room across from the library that we saw that? Oh, I thought that was a thing of seeds, and I was like, how did we miss those? Here. Okay, so it's this one, which is the crested owl. So now we go fake the crested owl call, and that should grow it. I wonder how many we have left, because I do feel like because The Sims won the poll, we should play The Sims here in a little bit. So I'm wondering how close we are to finishing this. Alright, crested owl, ECD, EGF. E, C, D, E, G, F. E. C. D, E, G, F. Let me see. D. E. G. F. Oh, for a second I thought that was wrong, and I was like, hold on, how? That's also so pretty. I love ferns. I love them so much. The cradle fern is used by the crested owl as a nest, and in turn the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. Pretty. Oh, delivery. Alright, let's go see what the delivery is. and then we'll make a decision about whether we continue playing this or we hop over to The Sims and play that for a little while. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today. We're just gonna play it by ear. I have been obsessively playing The Sims recently, so you know, might be pretty willing to keep going for a while. Also, when the music gets like this, is it too loud or is it okay? A bit loud, okay. 1 second. I thought so. Oh gosh, looking at the sky again. Oh, looking at the ground. As I looked over at the levels, I was like, huh, it looks like it's probably the same volume as my voice. Lady Arabella, I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden home with me. It was in my pocket, and I had simply forgotten it was there. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I've left the key in the basket here for you. Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy. Alright, let's go what? That was my... Did you... Oh, I just hit my mic. That was my, my phone going off. That was Siri answering me. So when I said, thank you, Jimmy, it must have interpreted that as me asking it a question. Alright, I feel like the formal garden is over this way. Let's go take a look. Guessing that's it right there. Also, this is beautiful, but this seems dangerous. Like if you were walking up this path and you weren't really paying attention, you would be straight in. Oh, locked from the other side. How do we get into the formal garden? I feel like if I remember right, this was blocked off. So through the house somehow. Alright, the next puzzle is figuring out how to get to the formal garden. Was there... I don't think there was a door out over on this side. Was there? No. Oh, maybe out the back. I'm vaguely remembering now. Although I'm probably wrong. But I vaguely remember somewhere out here that was locked that I couldn't get into. That door there, I'm guessing. Hey, formal garden. Cons of having an enormous house, couldn't get lost in a studio. Yeah, seriously. I think it's really funny, and like I get why they did it the way that they did, because to keep the puzzles interesting. Whoa. What's going on back there? But like the fact that she just has like letters from her family just sort of scattered absolutely everywhere. Just like no organization system or anything like that. Oh, it's so pretty though. That's beautiful. And I found some seeds. Spring dance shrub. Alright, opinions everybody. Do we keep playing for a little bit longer, or do we swap over to The Sims since it did technically win the poll? Although if nobody here voted for The Sims to win, then it's probably less important. Either a tiny cottage or this. Yeah, I mean, you could have this with a tiny cottage like in the garden, and then you could have both. And then you could just decide which one you feel like staying in. More botany. Okay. There's only 3 plants left. Oh, really? Okay. If we're that close then... Oh, you're right. I see. If we're that close, then we'll go ahead. We'll finish this out. Okay. So, we need to track down clues. There wasn't anything over here that I missed, was there? And then after we finish this, we'll play The Sims for a little bit. We'll have to decide what we want to do. There's a message. Local man reports mystery signal. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark, and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by, I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished, and nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I'll never forget that one abbreviation, as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities have assured our journalists that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area, so the mystery remains unsolved. Ooh. Scary. Have any of you ever had like an unexplained sighting sort of situation? Oh, what's this? The Fool's Emerald. The marvel of bioluminescence. In the darker corners of our world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi, and insects are most often found in areas of low light, such as dark forests, deep oceans, and gloomy caves. Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as luciferin are responsible for this glowing effect. It is not known what the glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communication with others of the same species or to attract pollinators or food. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered, not wanting. Not wanting. Chemical compounds in wildflowers. Fool's Emerald has luciferin, daffodil, and St. John's wort. Okay. So I'm guessing that means that we want it to be, we want the Fool's Emerald to be in the dark. And then the news article was about blinking, so maybe that's also having to do with the Fool's Emerald. Let's see your greetings, that's cute. Dear Starabella, I was delighted after our recent monitoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew so abundantly as a large climbing shrub, your garden? Oh. Elsewhere, I have only ever seen it growing as a small seedling. I've been compiling plant specimens that require pollination to mature into their adult stage. I am certain spring dance shrub could be one of these plants. Ever your affectionate friend, Lavinia. Okay, let's go over here. All right, there's that table that won't let us past. That very rude table. Okay, so wait, hold on. Let's put that spring dance shrub greeting card. It requires pollination to mature. I'm guessing that we need to get the other one into the dark sometime soon. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well, Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful flowers that contain anthocyanin, which is a pigment that can change color depending on the pH levels of its environment. The colors can vary between red, purple, and blue. I did know that already. That's actually that's a real thing. New materials for garden pots: terracotta and granite. To suit all gardeners: sandstone, marble, obsidian. Oh, so one of them is going to need a specific pot. Okay. That. My sweet Hazel, are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken the lawnmower again. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over some hard object down in the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look and couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about the boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones. Yours always, Mr. Bennett. Their romance has been quite the thing. Over long distance, the method of communication over long distances must be selected according to the requirements of the scenario. If the message contains no sensitive information, or there is no enemy presence within the communication area, an open method of communication such as telegraphy, how would I pronounce that, may be used. If open communication is permissible, both receivers may still benefit from the abbreviation of messages. See Plate 2. For a table of commonly used military abbreviations using telegraphy, and Morse code. Those communication methods rely more upon both technology and ingenuity. In the case of security and obfuscation, planning is required, and both parties must have knowledge of the method of encryption used. Brief history of long-range military communication. Ancient Greece, water hate this word. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm done. Ancient Rome, smoke signaling. 16th century beacons and pigeons. Murray shutter, telegraph, radiated telegraph, Morse code in the 19th century. Okay, and then abbreviations and pro signs. Attention was KA. All right. So, note about the telegraph. Wait, not for this. For you. Note about the telegraph. All right, what's up this way? Oh. Alright, well that's gonna be something. Hello. Oh, is this, can we open this now? Nice. So we can get out if we need to. Springnail shrub. Oh, the different pHs to get different colors out of it. Soil pH research. Oh, and then we would figure out how to get there. Okay, and that was this one that we... I guess we don't know, huh? I guess we don't know which one is going to need a certain pH. Then we've got this to lure a bird or something. Guide it. Dear Miss Green, I've recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying "the blind leading the blind" does come to mind. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavors in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Sincerely, Professor Thornton. Wow, everybody sucks. Everyone's so annoying. Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I am grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Faithfully yours, Hazel. Hazel and Mr. Bennett just leaving notes for each other around the place is very funny. Like, I wonder if they've read any of these notes that they've sent to each other. Okay, something here. Mixed seed for garden birds. Highest quality. Attract a host of garden birds such as bluebirds, finches, robins, and warblers with the seed prepared to the highest quality levels. Simply spread the seed on an appropriate bird, table, or feeding surface and observe the delight of your feathered garden neighbors. Alright, so we've got another one of those. Oh, that must be how we have to... Yeah, we're gonna have to guide that bird using the extra feeder, like keep swapping them. Oh, and we're gonna need it to come to a plant. Key to the boathouse. But what plant? Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers, but did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colors? The above chart shows which color of flowers attract which birds to your garden. Oh, okay. So robins want red flowers, and we had the pH thing. So I think the pH does have to do with the shrub. Oh, that wasn't down here. I'm gonna take this with me instead of having to come back down here for it. So we're gonna go back up this way. And the pH thing was also up this way. Alright, I assume that's how we're gonna, yeah, that's how we're going to get you to come with us. And we want red flowers, so 12 to 14 pH. So 12 to 14, there's a 13.2. So sandstone and seaweed. Everybody remember sandstone and seaweed. Wait, that's the way out. I don't want to go that way. And in here, we can get the sandstone pot. Pot 3. Is that this one? I think so. Looks like sandstone, right? Alright, this does mean that I have wasted this pot. Where can I put you? I need to set you somewhere. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to... that there. This is the spring dance shrub. Water it. Take it. And then over here we can put seaweed in it. And then we can walk it down and then lead the bird to it. It'll pollinate it, and then that should be it, right? Seaweed. Now it's red. Nice. I'm pleased. I am pleased with this one. Now, I want to be able to take that with me too. But I guess we can just go put this down. It'll just be easier, in which case I did not need to bring that bird feeder with me. I could have just left it. Do any of you have bird feeders nearby? Like, do you keep any out or anything? I have a, like, regular seed feeder. I have a ground, like, wildlife feeder thing, and then I have a suet feeder. Because I am an old man who has become obsessed with bird watching. And I love it. Okay, you're on there. So now if I take this and put it here, will you go to it? If I take that away, will you go to that one? No. Okay. But now how do I need to, like, startle you from this direction? No, you just went back up there. But now what? I am confused. Okay, wait, so what if I put this one over here? Do these have the same thing in them? Alright, anybody got a suggestion on how to lure this bird? It saw me put it down and it did the little heart thing. Oh. I just needed to get away from it faster? Or maybe not be between it and the new feeder. Okay. Next one is here. And I have to maintain a respectful distance. Which means I need to go around so that I do not startle it. Can you hear that? I think it picked it up in my mic. That was a helicopter that just went past. I live near both an airport and an Air Force base. So there's just constantly jets and airplanes and helicopters and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I don't want to startle you again, so I need to go around again. This part of the puzzle is perhaps not my favorite thing. So where are you? You're there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that we have to keep going around. There's a sprint somewhere. Oh, you can sprint? Oh. I did not know. That is handy. I'm worried that if I walk over there, I'm gonna scare it. So I'm gonna go around again. Because I swear to God, if I had to do this again, I would quit. I would quit and we would just go play The Sims and be done. That would be it. That would be it for me. This is just kind of one of those puzzles that feels like much longer than it actually needs to be, you know? I get the gist of it. Don't make me do this forever. It tweets loudly as a warning. Oh, okay. Thank you. At least it's very pretty. Oh. No. Okay, it was worth it. Alright, fine. It was very worth it. Because it was cute. The spring dance shrub contains anthocyanins, causing it to change color depending on the pH level of the environment. For the spring dance, lichen causes a red petal color. Robins love red flowers and will often enjoy its company. Is that a true thing? Plant catalog, pigment research, soil pH, bird seeds, and bird poster. Finish filling that out. Yeah, is that a real thing? Do robins love red flowers? Thank you for telling me that there was a sprint button. I can't believe that I never knew. but that makes it much easier to get back to where we were. Okay, what's over here? Phenomena of spiritualism. My dearest cousin, whilst I hold a deep fascination for your pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me, therefore I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interest with me. With affection, Arabella. The Will-O-Wisp, glowing spirit of marshes, forests, and caves. The Will-O-Wisp is an eerie apparition that has long been the subject of both fear and fascination. It makes its appearance to lost travelers in dark, isolated places and beckons them to follow with its beguiling, blinking light. Many a wanderer has followed the wisp's alluring light across marshes or into caves, never to be seen again. Take heed, those who venture into dark places, resist the temptation of the will-o-wisp's shimmering radiance. Turn back before it's too late. Okay, so that's part of the clues for this. Oh, it's not a clue at all. Oh, but the military codes are, for sure. Alright, what's over here? Painting. Unfinished painting. Pretty. Alright, to the boathouse. And we'll go down here and see what we can find. We've got 2 plants left. We haven't found the seeds for the last plant, so I'm guessing that they must be down here somewhere. Oh, I can take this with me. What's in it? Oh. Well, we definitely want to take it with us. Well, I guess not right this second. Wait. Oh. Found many of those scattered around. I like the idea that Arabella scatters both letters from family and, like, important things. She also leaves half-eaten sandwiches all over the place. Alright, what is this? William Foley, Lady Arabella Green, 10th of June, 1890. Classroom desk with chair, classroom notebooks, chalk, ink, writing materials, display case, teaching desk. Nice. Wait, all of that for £4? Just a complete scatterbrain, yeah, seriously. Dear Lady Arabella, thank you for your order. As discussed, we will write again in the coming months to inform you of a delivery date for those school supplies. All the best, W. Foley. Oh, she's gonna open her own school. Ocelot, a friend of mine found some seeds and was kind enough to let me use them for my herbarium. Oh, there's different things to play. Okay, so that must need music then. The last one, animal husbandry and rehabilitation. For all work with animals domesticated and wild. Animal heartbeat rates given in beats per minute. Okay. Alright. Foraging critters, game rules, game setup. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the center of the game board. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start tile. Players choose their animal by rolling the dice. The highest roller chooses first. Take turns to roll the dice and move your animal along the woodland path. The highest roller goes first. If you land on a food tile, pick up your food card. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the token specified on the food card. If you land on a gray squirrel tile, it steals all of your food tokens, and you must return to the board. The player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. Woodland cards rabbit, wood mouse, and red squirrel. Field cards red squirrel. Animal cards hedgehog, mole. Meadow cards rabbit, wood mouse, mole. Gray squirrel. The North American gray squirrel is larger than the red and with smaller ears. It forages food but can also digest some seeds straight away. hedgehogs are protected from predators by their coat of needles. They live in burrows in both field and woodland habitats. Acorn, woodland card. Worm, animal card. Ciliate seeds, field card. Grass. Whoops. Pine cones. Okay. So the seeds that we're talking about are there. That's the pinecone card. Collect 0 tokens. Oh, we can turn everything over. Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees and sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. Moles live underground. They have poor vision. They find food and mates using their sense of smell and touch. And wood mice are very small but live in woodlands, but also many other habitats including fields, parks, meadows, and gardens. And rabbits live in many habitats and burrows underground. They come above ground to graze in the morning and the evening. Okay. How weeds spread. Weeds can take over an area quite rapidly. Some weeds have adapted in order to spread their seeds as far away as possible. The plant itself does not have much control over this, but trusts nature to lend a helping hand. Wood avens and goosegrass have seeds with a hook designed to attach to the fur of passing animals. They are then carried and dropped up to several miles away. Dandelions have seed puffs with an attached feathery puff. Oh, have seeds with an attached feather. I can't. There's so much to read. Dandelions have seeds with attached feathery puff that allows them to be simply nope. Carried by the wind. Yep, got it. You're witnessing my brain just completely melting and like falling away. Other plants such as lords and ladies wrap their seeds in an attractive berry which birds consume and later deposit as waste a great distance away. A final, more mysterious example of the seed is the ocelot. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when a creature is asleep. By their heartbeat, of course. The ocelot didn't need very many things. Animal heartbeats, the playing cards, board game rules, weeds and seeds. Okay, so we have everything we need for that, I think. So we could go down and plant it, but where does this go? Does it just go back up to the house? Yeah, because I remember this. Okay, yeah, remember that. So we don't need to come up this way. We can go down here. We can plant this and maybe grow it because we know. Oh, and one of the animals did say that it. Can I please set you somewhere? And one of the animals did say, I think the red squirrel said that they will take things back to their nests and leave them. Okay. I watered it, but it didn't do anything. But I don't think that means anything just yet. Okay. So, was it the red squirrel? Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nests to keep for later. So I think that's it. The red squirrel. Where was the heartbeats? Red squirrel. Asleep 120. So... Oh, these say on top. Beats per minute. Let's say 70, 90, 100, 50, 120. It's this one. It's a jam. An absolute bop. The ocelot seed is picked up by small animals, such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests. Once the animal falls asleep, the ocelot depends on the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. Cool. Alright, so that was the only thing in this room. So now we have the Morse code thing, which I guess we'll want to take back up with us. And then do we have everything we need for the last one? Now that I'm using the sprint button, I'm imagining Arabella just like, she just went down to the boathouse, grabbed this Morse code thing, and is just running. Just running back up here. Okay. You can go there. So we can plant the last one we need. Fool's Emerald. Okay, let's see if we have everything we need for it. Had clue. No, we're missing something. We know it's bioluminescent. And there's this thing here. And there's like a dark, because I assume it needs to go in there in the dark. But we have to figure out how to get to there, which means that I need something for this, but I don't know what. What have I missed? There was a thing over here about, yeah, KA being attention. There's, whoops, didn't mean to sit down. That hint about the lawnmower. Oh, right. Where was that? Because she said, was that this letter? Say you ran over some hard object down in the long grass near the pond. Down in the long grass near the pond. Is this the pond? Or is there another body of water that I should be looking for that actually has water in it currently? Long grass. Was there a pond? Oh, there's a pond down there. That's probably the pond. The actual pond. The thing that is a pond. Where's the boathouse? Yep. Okay. In the long grass near the pond. Oh, does it have something to do with the painting? Like, can you see in the painting what I'm supposed to go grab? Because that would be funny. No. Ah. You mean next to the lawnmower? You mean that the hint about the lawnmower means that I should look at the lawnmower? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let's put you in. Oh. Okay, let's grab our pot here. The trophy that I just got is called Frogger. That's really funny. Okay. And there you go. And then we need our Morse code thing. And it was KA. We just still don't have the last clue. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure I know what to do, but... Oh, nice. I'll have to go take a look. Okay. So it was K, which is dash, dot, dash. A, which is dot, dash. Very cool. Fool's Emerald is a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create light. They grow in caves where they use the light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. Cool. Go to Gatehouse. Yeah, bioluminescence is amazing. Like, really amazing. Oh, there was no way out up here. This really is a beautiful game and like such a cool house. Lady Arabella, I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key. Oh. Oh, I'm mailing out my herbarium. It was a bit too short. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't remember seeing how much it cost. Oh, it was lovely. Sorry, the music is probably really loud. Sorry. The music's probably really loud. I was gonna let the credits roll, but yeah, it was a really good game. It's a really good idea, but definitely really short. And depending on how much it costs, it may or may not be terribly worth it. And like the puzzles were good, although fairly simple, about $25 on Steam. Yeah, that seems high for. All right, we're gonna exit. We're gonna exit because the music is so loud. $25 does seem high for a game that clocks in around, that was what, 3 hours? A little under 3 hours that I played it. Oh, something's happening. Oh? Oh. My school. Oh. My dear Flora, I'm terribly sorry your herbarium didn't get picked up for publishing, but I'm most excited about your new plans to turn Botany Manor into Botanical Academy. I look forward to visiting the school and meeting the talented students you have taken under your wing. Let's hope they carry on our fight. Lots of love, Elizabeth. P.S. Arabella, I hope you don't mind me still calling you by your childhood pet name. Oh. That was really good. I will freely and fully admit that was a very nice ending. It was really nice. It was very, very nice. Oh no, I don't have a... Okay, this is gonna say that the stream is starting, but obviously it has already started. But I forgot to load just a plain one that doesn't say that. Yes, Definitely worth it on Game Pass. 20 even on sale for $22 seems, I don't know, that seems a bit steep for how long the game is. So I would say play it on Game Pass if you can. Otherwise, maybe wait for it to have a little bit of a sale. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm starting up The Sims, and I also am going to send out a poll because we need to figure out what we should do. So we can either do, we could like start a new legacy challenge. I'm typing up a poll right now. We could build something. We could play my personal legacy challenge. Oh, actually, I'm going to give you two build options. We can either keep working on building the Octagon house, which I haven't come back to in a really long time, and I apologize for that. Or we could build my childhood home, because that's something I've been thinking about doing. All right. Started a poll. Feel free to vote. Feel free to vote. I am going to change this to The Sims again. Don't really care for The Sims. That's totally fair. There we go. Oh no. So it's either the Octagon house or my childhood home that are tied. Okay. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. You burned yourself out on The Sims. Yeah, so with The Sims, I usually tend to like get really into it for a while. And I'll play it for quite a bit. And then I need to walk away from it. That's usually how it goes for me. Is that I play and then I get burned out. And then I come back to it, and then I play, and then I get burned out, and then I come back to it. It's just one of those games that I will always return to. I just always come back to it. So, all right. So we were tied. Play a scenario. That's not a bad idea. We were tied with working on building the Octagon house or building my childhood home. So we're gonna do one of those. Which means we need to load up the save. I wonder if I, whoops. I wonder if I should change my title then. Let's work on building my childhood home. I want to come back to the Octagon house. No. I want to come back to the Octagon house at some point, but I know where I'm at with that build, and I don't know if I've got it in me to be able to figure out how to do it, because I think I want to come back and turn that into a speed build. Because the first video that I did for the Octagon house did not do well. It did not do well, and I really expected it to, so I kind of want to take that video down and then combine it with like the new part and do a speed build. I just haven't gotten around to it because life is so busy. All right, we're gonna build on one of these lots over here, I think, for my childhood home. Cookout Lookout, Civic Cliffs, Hillside Highlands. We also got this like really long one. That's the problem I have with this world, is that these lots all seem so long and skinny. I think I'll park my childhood home here in the middle. That seems reasonable. And we'll start building. And we will chat and hang out. Whoa. I didn't realize how ritzy the like houses across the street looked. This is not gonna fit in to this world at all. Not at all. I'm now kind of thinking that maybe I want to do it on one of the end lots instead. No, here should be okay. This should be fine. This would be a reasonable place to put it. Sorry, I'm turning the volume up a little bit. Or we could put on some different music if we don't want to listen to the Sims music. If you get annoyed by the Sims music, let me know and we can put on something else. All right, I tried to do this once before and I vaguely remember what I did in order to make this work, because the size of things is going to be interesting. It's not as barren as it looks. Yeah, like there's so much, and like this looks very like city, like developed city, and then this is very ornate, sort of like federal style buildings, and then there's these like modern sort of ones back there. It's really strange. It's a really strange world. I like the idea of giving us like an empty world to play with, but is this lot not going to be big enough? I don't think this lot's gonna be big enough. I'm sorry, I'm changing my mind. I'm trying to remember where, when I've tried to do this before, if I put it on this one or if I did the like, maybe I did the 40 by 30. Bigger lot, yeah. And if I decide it's too big, we'll just move it to one of the smaller ones and it'll be fine. And it will be totally fine. Okay. So, effectively speaking, my childhood home is basically a box and then a slightly offset box. So that's what we're going for. I just have to figure out the size for everything. So I think, in fact, we might build it by rooms. I remember you, Rocky. You usually come hang out in streams, or at least sometimes. I'm pretty sure you've made it to almost all of them, probably. Okay, then the kitchen goes there. The dining room. And then there is a hallway and a bathroom. And I'm trying to remember how those would go. It seems too big for the bathroom. Oh, wait. Okay. I see what I'm doing incorrectly. Because actually, the dining room would be here and would end. That's too small for the dining room. This is going to take some serious figuring out. Yeah, this is right, because then that would go there. This would go here. That seems right. I hate this. I hate when it doesn't like register that you have closed off a room again. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about The Sims that is challenging. Oh wait, these would end in the same spot, which might mean this is all a bit too big. Yeah, okay, that's probably better. We might have to still adjust that a little bit. And then we want to do a hallway here that then turns and is a hallway here. Okay, that's right. And then there's a bedroom here and another bedroom here. And they each have a closet, which we may do. Something like that for now. Puzzle in itself. Yeah. Okay, and then there's one really long skinny room, and then there's another much smaller room there. And that's basically the whole house. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how, because this feels too narrow to me now. I mean, this room in my parents' house is genuinely really super narrow. Oh, there's another closet too that's like here. Because it's kind of like that in my parents' room. There's a really small closet there. That seems okay. This being super long and skinny makes sense. So there's actually, like, technically speaking, there's stairs that go down to a basement here, which I don't know if we want to build a basement or not, because building basements kind of sucks. And then there's a closet in the back of it, which also closets in The Sims are, you know, useless. So we might just ignore those things. As much as having a basement is, like, very much a part of my childhood. I think I'm shrinking this. That makes that room so small. Maybe we'll do it this way instead. And make this the smaller room. And then this shrinks in too. Because this room is really genuinely tiny, but we can maybe bring it out like that. Because the tricky thing is, like, taking a real life thing and making it work in The Sims. Okay, then we get rid of that, we get rid of that. We actually want to put that there. And we'll get rid of that as well. Okay, that should be fine. That's probably going to go away. There's going to be a big archway there. All right. And then I want to put on the deck. Xbox just sent me a notification. That was weird. About points. Okay, and then we have to, I guess using a fence is probably the best way to do this. Because I have to map out, it sort of like cuts in maybe there. And then like that for the deck. If I get rid of that now, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then we're going to put on a front porch, which probably goes about there. And it's not huge. And then we're lifting the whole thing up on a pretty hefty foundation. Okay. That actually happened much faster than I thought it was going to, which is good. That's very good. And then the roof is... Wait, something's wrong. Yeah, it was much faster than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I've tried this before, so I like have a vague memory of how it's supposed to go. Something's not right here. But what exactly is not right? It must be... No, because that hallway... That seems right. Oh, no, this isn't right. Okay. This isn't right. Because of what? Something. Something. And none of you know what this house looks like, so you can't help me. Alright, I feel like we can't even... Can you even hear the Sims music? I just turned it like all the way up. Alright, we're gonna cut the Sims music, I think. We're gonna listen to our own music. Okay, that seems much better. Oh, except I think this is a Christmassy one. Let's get rid of that. It's not the time of year. Okay. Let me know if you can hear that pretty well and if the volume is okay on it. So it's not too loud or too soft or anything. And I need to... Oh, you probably can't hear anything right now. Music. Oh wait, audio. Okay. All right. So what here is wrong? Because there shouldn't be, like, this shouldn't exist. But why? I think that the bathroom... Does the bathroom cut into the dining room? That seems wrong. I'm trying to remember, how does this house go? Because this is right into the dining room. And then... I actually think I kind of want to pull that way. Because I'm trying to close this gap. Which I guess means I want to go one more with that. Because that gap shouldn't exist. But that's going to make everything smaller. Have I just done exactly the same thing that I had before? No. No, that's right. I think this is right now. So we'll make those a little bit bigger. And then we will have this run to there. And then we don't have that gap anymore. Yeah, because there'll be an archway here. Or actually, instead of an archway, we're just going to get rid of that. Oh, and I actually think that might be just like a little bit shorter there. Yeah, because then that goes into the kitchen. All right, we're figuring it out. Door goes outside there. Okay. All right, this is tiny. I kind of want to make it a little bit bigger. Oh, we did move everything back, so now we extend all of this back out. Annoyingly. Then you come back. And you as well. Thank you. Okay. There we go. So that's that way, and then I think that's not what I wanted. I think this roof... Is that roof also that direction? Alright, I might have to try to find a picture of my childhood home, although I think this might be right. I think so. Hold on. We're gonna look. We're gonna look and see if I have a photo somewhere of what it looks like. So Rocky, you don't do much building in The Sims? I don't think I'm good at building in The Sims. By any means. I know a photo of my home, my parents' home exists somewhere in my phone. Where? Where could be anyone's guess. I also have no idea if it actually shows what I'm trying to look at. All right, we may just have to go with this. We may just have to roll with it and assume that it is fine. Currently working on a Build for Your Legacy challenge. It's just a big box. Oh yeah, it's building in The Sims is rough. It is unforgiving. Not to mention the fact that you have to like figure out about 1,000 workarounds for things. Because there's so much that just like doesn't work the way that you would expect it to work. All right, we need a little overhang here. Yeah. Oh, this needs to come back now too. Oh, this music's so happy, but also really loud. Or at least on my end. It was... Okay. Yeah, I think this is right. There's something weird about the way that these roofs are hitting each other that makes me think that something is incorrect. But... Looking at photos and floor plans, yeah, I very, very rarely ever build anything without like a real life floor plan as an example to like follow along with, which like has its own problems, because you have to scale things differently in order for it to work well. All right, front porch. Don't know if I want that to be out or not. I don't think I do. Everything's glitchy in the game. Yeah. Yeah, it is. The legacy challenge that I've been playing has been super annoying because of all the glitchiness. Because like you want things to just work, you know? But they don't. Well, that centers really nicely there, but the stairs are like off-centered. Like I think they'll go on this side. On this porch. This is the matching one. I actually think I want to do lighter wood. And I think that they might... I think they've got white, like it's white and stained wood, but... Gonna decorate too. Yes, I don't know if I'll get through that today because I don't know how much longer we're going to go for. So we'll see how far we can get today. But eventually, yeah, because I'll probably take whatever we get through and we'll either come back to it on stream or I'll finish it up and do a like speed build or something with it. Okay. And then there's that. Actually, I think this needs to be a good bit further back. Where's the kitchen? We're gonna end it just past the kitchen there, I think. That seems right. This seems wrong now. Yeah, it's definitely not the most polished game in the entire world. That's for sure. I do like it, and I will play it fairly often. Like I said, it's a game that I always come back to. It's such a good go-to cozy game. But yeah, there are times when I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I need to walk away, and I don't want to play this anymore because I tried to have my family do something nice, and it was an absolute disaster, and a mess and horrible. All right, I actually feel like the basic shingles are the most correct, but it feels weird to just leave the like basic shingles. I'm gonna do trim, which I think just this white is the best option. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. And siding. Siding is gonna be rough. My parents' house is like, it's sort of yellow, but it's not like this bright. It's a much more muted yellow. And I don't think that anything like that exists. Because there's like, that's just tan. Yeah, that's not right. I shouldn't, wait. That might work. I mean, that's sort of like wood paneling more than, okay, we need to come down. Sort of wood paneling more than like siding, but it might work because it's got the right vibe of being sort of a like soft yellow looking color instead of being like this, which is just so yellow. Shockingly yellow. Is this one also? Yeah, this one's even worse, isn't it? That's so incredibly bright. All right. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, that'll do. Oh, I need to do the roofs too. And that applies to both sides? Yeah. All right. That looks reasonable. Something's still weirding me out about the roof line, but I can't quite place my finger on what. Oh, I also hate this. I hate that the like, because I feel like I want to drag this out now because the way that the like columns interact with it is super annoying. Yeah. Oh, unless I guess that could be the solution. We could potentially do this. But we would have to, before you can do this, you have to add a second floor, right? Must be placed on the exterior of a room above the ground floor. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and save. Yeah, right? Like, why aren't they made so that they can tuck in? Because I know it does the same thing down here. Like, if we change the foundation out for, like, one that doesn't have the same, like, chunky top part, then they just hang over, and it's super annoying. Because I don't want them to look like that. Okay. I want to do this kind of foundation. One of these for the front. Oh, actually, I want to do this. Do you have a wood tone that matches? I guess this one's probably not too bad. And then, as much as it will look maybe not great, the bottom of their house is genuinely like a dark brown. It's like painted brick, which I don't think any of this is gonna be in the color that I need it to be, because it doesn't change the actual color of the foundation. It just changes the trim on it, which means I probably have to use this one if I want to be faithful to the vibe of my childhood home. Okay. And then we'll do this one for the decking, I think, which actually makes me think I want to do that on the front too, instead of changing it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, stairs in a matching tone, matching-ish tone. I wonder if, I actually think that we'll get rid of that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Technically speaking, in order to like make my parents' home, so my parents' home is in Pennsylvania, which means hills absolutely everywhere, which means that this is actually, their lot has like a big hill that comes up here, and then it's level for a little while, and then it starts to be a hill again. And like the backyard is higher than the front yard. So like, technically speaking, if I wanted to be accurate, I have to do a lot of terrain manipulation, but I'm so bad at terrain manipulation. Plus I think that the terrain manipulation controls in this game are not fantastic. They aren't amazing. I don't like the color of these. Oh, that's right. You don't let me. I like that better? Are these not, do these not actually match the... I can't tell if that's better. I actually think what I need is open stairs on the front. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do open everywhere. What do these look like? Oh, they've got that detailing on the side. That's not gonna work. This is decidedly not an island home. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think the open stairs are better. But then we will put... I need to come down a level so that I'm not messing with myself. Train manipulation makes all that stick out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it yeah, train manipulation would make it look weird, I think. For lots of reasons. For lots of reasons. You also can't, so what I, like, the first time I tried this, what I really wanted to do, because my parents' basement is, like, mostly above ground. Like, so over on this side of the house, this would be a lot lower because there would be, like, a door right here on the foundation going into the basement, and then a garage door over here because the driveway comes along here. And so whenever I, like, first tried doing this a long time ago, I wanted to, like, just make 2 floors and then sink it down into the ground, but then you can't take the terrain all the way up to the wall. So it looked really weird because there was like a huge gap between the wall and where I had raised the terrain. And I was like, okay, well, that's not going to work. So if I wanted to build a basement, I would have to do that and like not actually have an entrance to it. And that's annoying. And like, you know, the Sims, all the classic problems with the Sims. All right, front door. They've got a front door that's got glass in it. Something like that might look nice. That's not right. I think we're gonna not really be able to find something that looks exactly like my parents' front door. Oh, actually, that seems so small and a little bit sad looking. But I don't think this, because the white on this will look really different. It's not quite right. I might go with that one, but I actually think that the one where it was the glass at the top was more appropriate. Yeah, I'm also now thinking that I actually want it to be over more. Oh, yeah, hiding it with shrubbery makes sense. And I thought about doing something like that where I just like tuck it away. I think I'm shrinking this down. Love became still though. Yeah, same. But as to why, I can't tell you. That's much too small now. That's too small, but I need to fit in windows. And also, where does that door hit inside? Oh, yeah, see, I want the door more... There is probably more accurate. So do we just drag the stairs over? Hello? Stairs? And then... Oops, that's not what I wanted. No, why would the foundation do that? Why? Okay, that's better. And that works better for the door. Okay. Windows. So my parents actually have like really big windows in the front. How many tiles do I have? Yeah, okay. The sizing is probably approximately right on this, but again, translating in real life to The Sims is really tricky sometimes because my parents have really big windows in the front, and this one would probably go here, but then obviously it's getting like bisected by a fence, which is not what I want. which would mean putting it on the side here. Does that mean I want to make this wider? I don't think I necessarily want to make it any wider, but I might have to because I don't know how else to put the windows, because where I want the windows is like, is there, probably. And even that like isn't really big enough. The windows in the front are probably closer to like double of these. Okay, so we've got to think about that, because I guess I could do like these that don't have the shutters if I wanted to like overlap them a little bit. But again, we run into the same problem where we've got this, unless we make the porch bigger, which is not accurate, but yeah, I want the bigger windows, I think, which means that we could just make the porch bigger. Again, that's not real, but it is The Sims. Oh no, well now you're gonna have to move down. Okay, that's probably fine, because then I can have the windows that I want, which is better than nothing. Yeah, they do have shutters. Oh, didn't we get we got shutters with Horse Ranch? Didn't we? Yeah. Oh, but they're kind of small. And I'm guessing that overlapping them is going to be, yeah, glitchy and weird. I mean, I could just put them on like that and say that it's good enough. I mean, the shutters don't work, but I mean, they don't work anyways. No, maybe we just leave it no shutters. Yeah, that gets the vibe across. I definitely want the porch to be, I wish the porch was smaller, but we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. It's good enough. It's good enough. We're going for the right vibe, and that's all that matters. Okay. We need another door over here, which I think I want to be the other base game one with the full window. Where? Okay, it would go. Yeah, that's probably correct. And then we'll want another one with full glass to go. Actually, no, the one back here is also like this, and it goes in that corner there. And then we maybe want to recolor, because I think these are both brown. This one I know they painted white, but I think these are both still brown doors, if I remember right. If I can remember the place that I lived for many years correctly, then that should be right. These windows are those a little bit low? Does it seem low, or does it seem right? Hold on, quarter tile placement. Because if I bump them up like that, does that seem better? Yeah, that's probably closer, honestly. Yep, we're bumping them all up. Yep, okay. And the placement I liked better on that side, so we can mimic that. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, windows in the dining room, which is kind of just like one central window. Is that the right height now? Because that's two of the slats down. It's there. Oops, split over. Okay, that's good. Gotta run. Okay. Thank you, Rocky. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully stay tuned and I will at some point finish this either on live stream or otherwise. All right, I think that it's also the same back here where it's just sort of one window each there, and then there's a window not centered on that wall. I think this window actually needs to be much smaller, but I think we're gonna do this window anyways all the way around. There aren't that many windows into my parents' house. I think it's just like a sign of its age, that it's got not that many and not that large of windows. Okay, and then I want, there's a smaller version, there it is. One that goes into the kitchen, probably here. That seems so tiny. And then one is the bathroom there. And it is genuinely a single bathroom for this house, which growing up was the biggest pain, to have just a single bathroom, because there were 4 of us, my parents, my brother, and I. Okay, and that's it for windows and doors. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on the inside, I think. I'm not going to start decorating just yet, but because I want to do more outside. But I want to get some of the floor plans sorted out. Just put these in temporarily so that we can see. Oh, I should put some in the hallway too. So it has light. All right. So I want to put columns, and then a spandrel across the top in here. I don't know which ones I want to go with. Oh, actually, this is probably perfect if we do white. Yeah. Like that. And then a beam across the top. Also in white. Can I? Because I just want it to run there. Are those different? Why? I am alarmed at the fact that, oh, this one has the different. No, because that's not right either. Does that match? No? Am I going insane? Because that feels like that also doesn't match. But then this is the completely wrong white. Well, that's obnoxious. And that's going to be the wrong white too. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? And then that's massive. Oh my. Is that like really decorative one? None of this is correct. None of it. I mean, I don't like this pink tone though. Thank you. Appreciate it. It is crazy to think about the fact that I have been on YouTube for a year. It's also crazy to think that The Sims 4 is so bad with matching tones, even in the same pack. Like, these are both things that are from the Horse Ranch pack, and yet, like, does this match if I swapped? Or is it just like the lighting that's wrong? Yeah, is it the light that's messing it up? This is insane to me. Like, completely bonkers that it could be so incorrect. All right, well, what if we don't have that and we just do a beam instead? Because there should be a beam here. Which I actually think should go one more. Like there. Is that right? That might be right. That's probably okay. And then we just don't do Yeah, I suppose that's fine. It's good enough. Again, it gets the vibe of my parents' house across. Although I kind of prefer this, maybe? It's a little bit pink, though. Maybe we'll do the wooden one instead. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, need an archway. A big double one. Although it's also kind of a little bit small. That probably works. And that's about the correct placement. Okay, that's fine. Then we need doors. Something like this is probably correct. Or like this. Put it there for the bathroom. And then this one is about there. This one's probably around there. One into that room. And lastly is this one, which is, we'll put center. Yeah. Okay. So there's doors for all of that. Oh, we need stuff for the closets. Which I don't think we're gonna find anything right because they're kind of like bifold. That seems excessive. That's not bad though. In fact, I think we will do that for that closet. Maybe we'll do it for this one as well, actually. And then just a regular door for this one. And now I'm actually thinking I should make these this brown instead of white. Thank goodness those match at least. At least there is something that matches. But yeah, all these doors should be this brown. Okay, that's the same as that. Windows should be white. That's correct. Okay. All right, that's not bad. I want to put some different flooring on the front porch and the deck. But what flooring? Let's get rid of the grid so they can actually see. That's not bad. Is there a paler? Actually, I think that might be pretty good. This seems huge, which, like, my parents do have an absolutely enormous back deck. I want to move this, though. I don't know if that works for what's inside, but because it is over the sink. And the sink will be probably here. I wonder if I could put two of them like I've done everywhere else, just to make it a little bit larger. Which, like, isn't terribly accurate to real life, but we're taking some liberties. Oh, you're gonna be glitchy, but I think I can accept you. I think I can accept you, glitches and all. Have any of you ever tried to build, like, your childhood home or a house that you currently live in or anything like that on The Sims? Curious to know. I think that this maybe needs to scoot in one? No, actually, I lied. But yeah, let me know. Have you ever tried to build anything? You did, it was very hard. Yeah, I feel like translating a real life building to The Sims is really hard because there's a lot of things that, like, in real life you don't think about all that much, but like in The Sims looks kind of bad. Like these windows look kind of sad. And on my parents' house it's fine, like it makes sense the way that the windows are, but like in The Sims this looks a little bit sad. I was thinking about if I finish this before Mother's Day, that something that could be fun would be to renovate this in the way that I think my mother would really like, because she's always hated this house, like always hated it. So I'm like, maybe that would be a fun thing to do for like a Mother's Day video, would be to renovate this in a way that I think my mom would enjoy it. Oh, the positioning of these windows seems very wrong. Again, that might be a like Sims thing that there's nothing I can really do about. Did in The Sims 2 and 3, also frustrating. I fully believe it. I feel like these windows in real life are actually like equal distance, but I also feel like they're much closer to each other. Like I think the house is actually narrower than it seems in The Sims. It's fine. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Okay, so I want to do some garden space, which I think will map in. So my mother really loves gardens. And so she's got them everywhere. There's one that runs all the way along the side here, which that might be a little bit big. We might erase that a bit. She's got one on the side that runs all the way along, and then around the back. Like that. That's probably good. Again, there's supposed to be a driveway here, but this is The Sims, so that doesn't really mean anything. And then there should be huge gardens out front too. So we're just going to sort of replicate the vibe again with doing like a big rounded garden here, I think. Something like that. And then we'll do... Actually, I think I guess I can't see underneath there. I just want to cover all of that with dirt since it's underneath. It would be anyways. And then we'll carry on the side here a little bit. We'll do another like slightly rounded garden, but smaller. Like that. So those will be our garden spaces. And let's also do... This is not much like real life, but we'll do just like a little path coming off of the deck there. In that stone. That's kind of nice. Okay, I need, for the back garden, I need a small tree. It's a little like holly tree. Is there anything that looks similar to a holly tree? We could do a little Japanese maple if we shrink it way down. We could do something like that back here. There used to be, when I was a kid, a Japanese maple in the front yard. And then one winter it just got completely taken out. We had like a really, really harsh winter. And it couldn't handle it, and it died. It died completely. They're really pretty. I like Japanese maples a lot. Especially because of like how like brilliantly red they are. They're very striking. I do want to move this over then, I think. Where's the center of this wall? Yeah, you can go there. Okay. This garden then needs a lot of ferns and a lot of hostas. Why do I always have trouble locating hostas in this menu? There they are. It needs hostas, it needs ferns, and then it needs some kind of like small flowers to like intersperse. Oh, there are irises. Assorted wildflowers. Those are pretty. We might put something like this along the side, but I'm undecided. Wild gumdrop, that's so round. Actually, something like that might be good along the side there. Oh, little daisies. Daisy bush. Okay. I mean, these are probably okay. What are these ones? Oh, that's the irises. They're so little. The irises that I have are fairly large. Okay, so we're gonna put in a bunch of ferns. So we'll do different sizes of them to make them look a little bit different. And then we're going to put some of these around as well. Definitely lots of ferns. We'll put you here. Do one on the corner. We'll do a small one there. Do another small one right in front of the tree. Okay. That'll look nice. Yeah. Trying to decide exactly how I'll do this. My mom has like rose bushes and she has things kind of just like lined up along the side. And that's one of those other things that like in real life looks totally fine and normal. But the second you see it like in The Sims, like just a bunch of plants lined up, you're like, that looks awful. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. That there's so many things that look normal in real life and then you see them in The Sims and you're like, that doesn't make any sense and looks bad. Okay. Something like that isn't bad. And then I could just sort of like sprinkle irises throughout. That's not bad. I also want to put some rocks back here, and I want to make these hostas all different colors. Can I change the iris color too? Yeah, but it maybe looks weird to change the iris color because the leaves also change. Don't know. Put a couple more of these in places. And then we'll maybe get some like low-lying plants to finish filling in the old standby of these. To just sort of fill in some places and make it look less just like bare dirt. That's the other thing, like just seeing bare soil in gardens doesn't really matter in real life, but in The Sims, like soil without anything on it just seems so out of place and weird. Looks nice. It's fitting what I want, which is very like very full garden. Right, you're not coming into the house at all, are you? A tiny bit there. Looks good. All right, couple rocks, I think. Just sort of tucked into places where you can just kind of see it. No, don't pop up there. Maybe some like sized down near the front here. Yeah, maybe I don't want it quite right at the front there. We can tuck one underneath there. There we go. That looks good. And we'll go along the edge with this really soft. Just to, I actually think I want to bring the dirt out a little bit more there. Okay, and then run along the outside to just make it look a little bit more smooth and like it transitions more normally. Okay. Do I want to put another one of this color over this way somewhere? Right on the corner here. It's kind of coming through that hosta, but we're gonna forgive it and we're going to ignore it a little bit. There's only so much you can do sometimes when it comes to The Sims. Alright, let's come around this side now. Like that. Okay. Alright, I love this. I think that looks really nice. But now to figure out what to do on the side here. Because again, like technically something along these lines would probably be about right, but does that look really weird and sort of empty? Does it look a bit barren doing that? I also don't love that there's 3 on one side and only 2 on this side. That messes with my brain. I don't know. What does that look like? Oh, God, this has some weird ones. These have different colors? Oh, they do. You can also mix up the colors that we have of this to make it just a little bit less same old all the way across. And then if we just fill in with something, some little daisies in between or something. Or do we bring this along? I don't know. If you've got thoughts, I would love to hear them. Because like that looks so nice. But then this looks so bland. I wonder if we could do like if that helps. I guess it kind of helps, but still not everything I want. Bring these forward to make it less of a straight line. And then do we like intermix a couple of these? That might be a good idea. Just to fill it up a bit. And then maybe I do want to, wrong button. Maybe I do want to bring this, but maybe like sized down to just fill in a couple of spots that seem a little bit bare. All right, I think I've just decided that like, it's The Sims, so real life can't apply. So something that looks fine in real life, you have to fill in your garden areas. You have to just layer things up in The Sims for it to look really nice. Yeah, because that looks way better. And then we do need something to go along the front there. Not grass. Not grass. What do we put along the front? Something really small. We could put some of these azaleas in. Nope, not you. Not you. I want this one instead. Alright, that looks better. I wish that these... I mean, that looks fine. And then if I do the same thing where I put some rocks in some spots, that should finish filling it in, right? I guess I don't want the same one. Let's do a different one. We can put you in over here. And then do we want to maybe just bring some irises around too? Remember when I started doing this part and I was like, I'm gonna try to do real life, and it's sort of just lined up and and it's not super lush and full. Well, never mind. Never mind, because that looks significantly better like that. There's like just a, whoops. I don't wanna move you from where you originally were. I just wanna maybe move you back a little bit. So there's a bit of a bare spot there that bothers me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We don't have any concerns about there being too many plants in one spot, so. Plus, I mean, I think that looks like genuinely really nice. Oh, I want to put another one of these vent things back here. And I also want to get, for the roof, I know that there is, yeah, here's what I was wanting. There's like a pipe that goes here that I think is the vent for, it's a little bit big. Oh, you're going to do the thing where you float now. So I might scale it down. If I scale it down, does it still stay there? Yeah. I want to put that there. I actually feel like there might be another one of these vents like up there so that it gets like a cross breeze. Okay, let's do the front garden here. I wonder, can I hang that on here? Ooh. All right, well, we might do that. Oh, also, there's the rain chain. That's not it. Where's the rain chain? It's not it. Somewhere in here is, because I also, we should probably put some of these downspouts too. That'll getting it to fit. Can I lower this from there? No, of course I can't. Of course I can't, and that'll hit the ground but not go all the way up to the top. And then the short one, I assume, would stop. Can I layer them so that it actually goes to the ground? I can, although it's kind of connected to nothing there, unless we pull these out, which we might, and then I actually think two on just this side, pull that out. Although actually, I'm now thinking that I think there's an overhang on this side too that I'm forgetting. Yeah, there definitely is. And then we could do there's another downspout here. Okay, I like that. I think that looks nice. Oh, I'm still bothered by the fact that the pillars up here. I don't like the way that looks either, though. But I'm still annoyed by those pillars, like, hitting where they hit. If I search for rain chain. So my mom has one that hangs from the porch, but can I actually get this to go where I want it to go? Maybe. Well, I guess not, because it kind of hangs off this pillar. I don't know if there's a rain chain. It's very similar to a downspout, which again, English to British translation, don't know if you call them downspouts. but it's very similar to this thing, but it's a chain and like the water sort of like comes down through it in a really cool way. They're neat. Oh, if I extend that out, then I could make one. I could make it look like it actually belongs there. I'm deleting it for now. We'll play with it later maybe. But I may go ahead and leave that extended out because I think it looks kind of nice. All right, let's put some plants up here. I need some good shrubbery. Some like sort of tall ones. I hate that these ones are meant to be like used as toilets basically. Meant for hanging baskets. Yep. They are meant for rain. I think I hate that bush. But I don't quite know what I want to do up here exactly. I mean, we can definitely do more hostas along this side. Oh, also Mom has a hydrangea. It's trained to be a tree, basically, that goes over here. So maybe we do hostas over here. Maybe we could just do a blend of hostas and hydrangeas. I'm just gonna grab a few of them out. Actually, maybe we'll just do the 3 over here. Oops, wrong button. I want to change your color. You in purple and white. We'll leave that one blue. Actually, let's do purple, pink, and blue. Let's go full bi pride flag with the with the hostas, or the hydrangeas, I mean. Not hostas. Hello, come with me. And then we'll put a smaller one. Beside you, and then we just have to fill in that area. Okay, I'm getting rid of that because I don't like it. We could do some ferns up front too, I suppose. Or some... this, like, tall grass. So I do want something with some height over here. These, like, fit under the porch perfectly. Ooh, which makes me think that I should actually grab you. Because I'll definitely fill in, like, the edge. With that, just to make it look a little less jarring underneath there. Okay, looks pretty nice. If I go into the stairs, will it stop Sims from being able to walk up? Because I feel like I could imagine that happening. Oh, they're not efficient enough for heavy rainfall. Yeah, I mean, my parents have mostly have just regular downspouts. But then they have a rain chain just as like a decorative thing off of the front porch. Which was my parents. They didn't used to have a front porch when I was a kid. That didn't exist. There was just sort of like a stoop for the front door, and then as my parents' pandemic project, they did the front porch, which looks really, really nice on the house. It's a very old house, and I grew up with like not a lot of money, but fortunately my parents in more recent years have been able to afford to do some things around the house to improve some things, which is really nice to be able to see that they've been able to do. And the front porch was one of those things. All right. Do I want to put you right there, actually? That's kind of nice. Do I want to do one of those, these? Like right there? Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, watching rain fall through them is very comfortable, like very soothing. Let's get some of you over here, actually. Do a few of these. Do I want to do like a really small one? In there. Oh, this music is really nice. This one is very soothing. I'm feeling very, very comfy all of a sudden. Very cozy. Alright, that looks pretty. I need to fill this in with some more things. Like that, and then maybe a couple small daisies as well. Oh, I'm sad that song is over. That one was nice. That one was the best one so far, I think. You would look pretty in here. I think I talked about this in a garden story. My mom, Tanix, you'll appreciate this, is obsessed with like British gardens. That's like her whole goal was always that she wanted like just a full-on British garden, just lush and full of different stuff and a little bit wild, and that was what she was always aiming for with her gardens. Oh, you're kind of pretty too. But if we size you down like a couple of times, and then took a couple of these around. And then we'll do different colors. I want to change this too. Should get along with your mom. It seems like such a... Do I want to make this even smaller? No, like it's really tiny. I could change it with the tool mod, but it feels like a very mom thing to want. Just a massive... although that said, I also want an absolutely enormous garden. And I've been talking about it a lot recently, I feel like, because I have become really obsessed with the idea of a fully native garden. And there's been a lot of really cool stuff with like landscaping off of your downspouts to like with like river rock in order to make like this even become part of it, because if you like had river rock that came down that the water could flow through, then that becomes a little habitat area, and then you fill in with just like native plants everywhere, and like just how nice that would be, and how good it would be for like bugs and little animals and supporting the like native wild populations. It's just such a cool thing. We did such a like bad job as people for such a long time at just like introducing whatever species we thought just like looked cool without thinking about the ramifications of what we're doing and like how it could affect like the local habitat. So the idea of like being able to course correct a little bit and support native species a little bit more is just like so wonderful, like such a wonderful idea. And I've seen so many really stunning examples of like how beautiful that can look, in addition to being really good for your local habitats. So I really want to do that very much someday. I'm gonna have to player test this whole thing to make sure that Sims can actually get in and out of this house and that they aren't being actively blocked by all of these plants. Gonna be watching gardening videos till bedtime. Yeah. That's a very relaxing idea. In the meantime, am going to be ending here, I think, fairly soon. Because I am starting to get very hungry. And I'm feeling ready for a little bit of a break. And then I may record tonight for my next video. I may not. I don't know. Also, not that there are very many of you here right now. But things might be a little bit quiet the last couple weeks of April because I have just a ton of things going on. Next weekend I got invited to a friend's bachelorette weekend away. So I'm going to do that. And then the weekend after that is her wedding. So I've got that going on. And then literally the day after her wedding, I have to get up really early in the morning. Her wedding is not like super far away from where we live, but far-ish. And I have to get up early the morning after her wedding and get back home because I have to be at work. We're having a like garden party for a donor organization that funded something for me recently, so I'm presenting to them. So it's gonna be a long one. All right, I think that looks really, really lovely. I'm trying to decide what to do along the side of the house here with this area, because I don't really know what I want to do, because like I said, there should be a driveway there. I don't necessarily want to do more landscaping. I could do trees. Because I definitely want to put a big, I think one of these maybe? I want to put a big tree of some kind over here. Oh, I didn't realize that had the like... That's a pretty tree, but it's got the lanterns in it, which I don't really want. It's a fruit tree. How ridiculous does this look if it's sized up? Actually, not bad at all. So I do think I want to do one of these on the side of the house. Unless I do it closer, because that takes up some of that space that I don't really know what to do with. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's get some dirt underneath it. And then, do I want to do these at the base of it just to fill in? Or was I okay without? I think I'm okay without. Maybe. We might come back to that. We might put some more in there. I kind of want to do, there used to be, it's not there anymore, but there used to be a little like planter along the front next to a fire hydrant that was full of irises. What do these irises look like if they're sized up? Not bad. So I could do a little planter box here on the side of the house. Do I want to do that? And just do a little like little fenced in area there? I don't know. Maybe not. All right, we need a mailbox, which my parents do not have, but for The Sims you need to have. Put it there, or do we put it right against the road? I guess it makes the most sense to have it right next to the road. But I really liked it back here, so we're gonna put it back there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. I want to do trees along the side here, I believe. Oh, I was expecting that to be much larger than it was. Some like pines and stuff. These all seem so small. We could do a nice tree in the front here. I think that would look nice too if we had a tree off to this side. And then do like a little area of trees along the back there. But what trees? I mean, they did used to have a Japanese maple, so I could put another one of those, like I have in the back. Oh, something flowering might be nice. I hate the texture on this, like it looks so bad. That's enormous. What do you look like if you're sized way down? Kind of bad? Pretty bad. Pretty awful. See, that's not bad, except I don't like the shape of it. I could do something like this. What colors do you have? Some little like white flowers. Do I want to like put this in, whoops. Put this in like closer to the house? No. No, we'll maybe do something with that, because we could put some like flowers and stuff around it and that might look nice. All right, I'm going to do this really quickly. Put a path around the side from here, I think. Yeah, not bad. I want to refine the shape a little bit. It doesn't need to be that wide there. Okay, that's nice. And then give it the same little... That makes me want to bring that out. So actually, let's move you maybe to this side instead. Because then we can just follow right along the edge of the garden. Which means I think that I'll actually end up wanting to just extend this down and filling it in. Or I could just park like a hedge there. That might be a good idea. Not terribly accurate, but, you know, we're taking liberties today. Actually, no, because this is where we'll put the garbage, because that is where that was kept. So let's maybe just do this stone all along here. Go underneath the stairs with it. Yeah, I think this will work. This looks a little bit harsh along parts of this, but I guess it looks relatively realistic. And then garbage cans. And we'll put 2. 1 for trash and 1 for recycling. Oh. All right. Looks pretty good there. I mean, it looks as good as as garbage can. All right. I think this is cool, and I think this is where I'm going to stop for today. But I'm pleased with this. I think it looks pretty nice, all things considered. All right. Thank you, those of you who are still here. Thank you to everybody who was here at some point. I can't believe that I've been on YouTube for a year. It seems so insane to think about, and I'm really happy about how far the channel has come, and I'm looking forward to what comes next. So thank you for hanging out. Thanks, Tannex. All right, I'll see you guys very soon. Like I said, I might record tonight, but if I don't, then I'll definitely record tomorrow, and I'll try to get some content out over the course of the end of April, but we'll see how far that goes. So anyways, thank you. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.